are on his head, and he's not alone. A number of us, our heads are highly on demand in this country. I cited on a press conference last week in Laikipia that my life is in danger, and that a certain government officer, in the name of the Deputy Governor of Laikipia, made some utterances which can only be concluded to death threats, and the same records are with the office of the DCI. And this has continued. Last week on Friday night, my office, Laikipia office, was vandalized, and the people who came and vandalized my office were this experience that the only thing they would obtain were laptops, desktops, and flash disks which were available in the office. There were other variables which were not touched, and the end of it is that my home, my children, my husband, and people around me, we are always surrounded by people we do not understand. And upon raising this matter with police, Nanyuki police station, until to date, no single suspect, including the watchman who is on run, who was taking care of our Nanyuki GAF office or my Nanyuki office, has not been arrested. Very little is being done towards this. I talked about criminal elements which have been used and are continuing to be used by politicians. And some of these people are people who are in this parliament, nominated members of parliament. Others, they lost their seats. And they're using criminal elements to intimidate members of parliament, starting with myself, people who sound not of a similar political opinion in this country. I must say that the 2010 Constitution clearly stipulates about my freedom of movement, freedom of association, and even the way I get to think and even reason. I have not seen anybody who have come and asked me, I want you to help me to decampaign a certain candidate, or I want you to help campaign for a certain candidate, because the president's speech was very clear, and his address to this nation is very clear. Politics aside, and it's time to work. Now, I want to bring to the attention of this country, and also the attention of the president, that there are some people who are gatekeepers, both in major coalitions and political parties, who do not want to heed to the instructions which he gave. And they are busy doing local politics, county politics, machinani politics, trying to decampaign individuals who they want to imagine in their thinking and their hallucination that they are not supporting whatever they believe in. And when I say this, these members of parliament, you saw them come out clearly. There were even issues which were raised in Moranga County, people telling other members, sitting members of parliament, we are going to decampaign you, we want to bring your opponents so that they can fight you because you are of Tanga Tanga movement or because you are of whichever movement it is that people are talking about. And I want to state clearly, as a woman and as a legislator, we do not want to take these threats lightly. We have seen women who have been killed. Lately is this lady called Martha. Until to date, other than these issues which are being brought about a botched abortion, there's no clear evidence which is coming out to tell us, was this something which was used to falsify issues which led to the death of this young woman?
Including email addresses from people who tell me that they're after my head and my body parts. They began by attacking my home in Kimilili last 2 weeks. One person was arrested. The police told me that they charged him with the offense of drunk and disorderly. The last 2 months, I was attacked by armed gunmen. I reported to the DCI Parliament. They arrested one person who is in court facing charges of violence, robbery with violence. Last one, on Monday last week, somebody attempted to kidnap my son from school. He went there purporting to be my messenger to pick my boy. So when the teacher tried to call me, the person took off. I have since reported that matter to the police. Today morning, I received 2 email addresses, 2 emails on my email, on both my parliamentary email and that of my personal email. And the email was clear that they will chop off my head, which I'm using kutangatanga. I have a copy of that email which I can share you, and I've already shared with the police that are doing the investigations. I have since had meetings with the DCI, Parliament, and the OCS, who have assured me that they are going to ensure they dig deeper to be able to understand the motive of these people who are threatening me. Definitely, the motive of these people is to instill fear in me, either because of my political stand or what I stand for. Because I am a law-abiding citizen, I don't have any cases involving land. I don't flirt, neither do I allow other people's wives to flirt with me. So it's only common sense that they want to instill fear in me so that I can abandon either my political cause or what I've been doing. And I want to tell those people who are threatening me that I don't fear to die. Everybody will have to die at one point. And I'm not going to be cowed down by any form of intimidation, any threats, because I draw my inspiration to do my politics from the likes of Senator James Orengo, the late George Moseti Anyona, the late Wamarwa Kijana, who struggled to liberate this country from the oppressive regime at that time. They were arrested, they were illegally detained in custody, but they continued, and today we are enjoying the fruits of their courage. When I joined politics, I know that at times you take a position that is not friendly to any other person. But in the days where political opponents were intimidated by threats, were intimidated by police arrests, were intimidated by any manner of threats, is long gone. Today, in the current politics, you can only intimidate your political opponents by a track record. You can only intimidate them by a vision and a mission. You know, fear is like a small stream. If encouraged, it will graduate into a big river and drain all your good vision and your thoughts that you have for your people. And I am not going to allow them to succeed in those threats. You know, I am a very young man. I have a young family, I have a son, I have a daughter. And anybody threatening me, I don't take it lightly. I have also written to the Speaker of the National Assembly for additional security, because my threat has tangible evidence of 2 people already in court. And I have recorded every statement with the DCI and with the police on whatever that has been happening to me, both back in my home in Kimilili and here in Nairobi. I will continue to work for the Hustler Nation, the hopeless people who voted for me as their member of parliament. I will represent them anywhere, anytime, in line with the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. I have given the police whatever that they require to get to the bottom of this matter. I am willing to provide any additional evidence whenever necessary to ensure that the police brings the people who have been threatening me to book. And so far, so good. I'm satisfied the way they are moving with their investigations. But I want to tell them that I am going to double my efforts. I will double the work that I've been doing for the Hustler Nation. I will continue to represent my people anywhere, be it corruption, I will whistleblow corruption, be it drugs, I will whistleblow the drug lords, including going into the archives and retrieving any report that was adopted by Parliament but was never dealt with. That is the work of a member of Parliament. That is actually what we are going to do going forward. Thank you.